Hey, also, as many of you already know, recently they did an update for Super Mario Maker 2. One of the main features of the update was adding the Master Sword power-up. That allowed you to play as Link with some of his skills. It is only a costume though. If you take damage, you lose Link's abilities and end up going back to being Mario. So I thought now would be a good time to have a look at my Zelda levels on the original Super Mario Maker game. Now to start with, here is Zelda-Palace of Darkness. I made 4 palaces and then a final battle. Now I've not played Super Mario Maker 1 for quite a long time, so this should be quite interesting and probably quite difficult as well, as I'm not used to the controls very well. Let's see how I do. Let's play the first one. These levels are quite long. So here we go. At the start you have a P-switch. There we go. Hit the P-switch and then go into the door. So that's the start of the level. Now one thing I did want to do at this level that I didn't actually do is turn off the music. It gives a really creepy atmosphere with the music turned off. So this level you just have to be pretty careful with a lot of the obstacles. It's not especially difficult, but because the level is so long, it's quite easy to make a mistake like I've just done here. Okay, let's get another power up. As you can see, I've used coins to mark where a lot of the items are. So this section is just avoid the fireballs. I put coins there to mark the way you're supposed to go down, as you can't really see the ground that well from up there. This is pretty straightforward, just use the shell to kill the enemies. Then you've got a section here where you've got to be quite fast. There we go. This is quite an old level, so it's a bit rough around the edges in places. However, it's still playable, so be careful here. Alright, there we go. Going up is a lot easier. Well, I think it is anyway. Right. So there we go. Now we have the first checkpoint. You may have seen some grinders up there, so this part, just be careful, like that. There we go. Dry bones with piranha plants on. Interesting choice. I'm not sure really how that's Zelda related, but I put it in anyway. Jump across on the dry bones. Now both the boos seem to have gone together. They're meant to sort of split up, but it didn't quite work like that. Alright, now we go into the pipe. Just jump over the munchers. Coins again to represent where you're supposed to go, as you can't see the ground. A very random dizzy section. It doesn't really serve any purpose. 2/3 of the level done. Second checkpoint. P-switch here. There's a 1-up mushroom over there. So you don't want to lose the shoe. This section you have to take your time. But this part though, you've got to get rid of it to go up the vine. quickly through. There we go. Have to react quite fast at that point. And in a minute we've got a boss coming up. As you can see, this level is really long. There's a hidden secret in the level, that's why there's a dotted line door there. Hidden P-switch, if you're fast. And now here's the boss. The idea behind the boss, kick the shells at the question mark block. Like this. Then the bomb will blow up the blocks there, and then you can go in the pipe. Look at how easy I made that look. That was all pure luck. And there we go, you've beaten the level. That was the first level I made in the series. Yeah, a little bit rough around the edges, but it's not bad. It's still playable. We're going to move on to the second level in the series now. I think the second level improves on the first one. Also has a different theme to it. Alright, so moving on to the second level. Here we have the Cavern of Fire. As you can expect, lots of fire-themed obstacles to avoid here. Also a castle-themed level. Here we go, let's play the level, let's see how I do at it. Alright, so similar to the previous level. If you leave the bomb, it will blow up the block by itself. This time there's no music, and the level focuses on sound effects. So you just have to be careful and avoid all the obstacles. Alright, so up we go, up the vines. P-switch in the block here. As you can see, you've got burners, bombs, fire bars, and fireballs. Also a thwomp there. Nothing too difficult so far. Just avoid everything. There we go. This is similar to the other level. Go in one of the pipes quickly before the cannonballs hit you. This is the second section of the level. Maybe slightly harder. Still lots of obstacles to avoid. Right. As you can see, this time I used red Koopas, trying to keep with the fire theme. Right. Ooh, just need to be careful now. Conveyor belt leading to a door. So I have a choice of two sections here. I think I'm going to go for the higher route. Just avoiding the burners. It looks a lot easier than the lower route. Alright. Donut platform into the door. Now we have platforms and spikes to contend with here. Nothing too difficult, just run and jump. and land on the skull lift. And that'll take you across. Across to the pipe. I nearly ended up in the lava there. That was a bit close. Now for the second section, or should I say the third section of the level even, we have another boss, similar to the first level's boss. So this time, break through there. While avoiding the burners. Actually, this is quite a bit harder. That'll open up the door like so. But there we go, you've beaten the second level in the Zelda series. So compared to the first level, that was slightly harder, I would have thought. The end boss was definitely harder, even though it used the same theme as the first boss. So let's have a look at the third level in the series. Now for the third level, Zelda-Palace of Ice. So a different element this time. Rather than fire, we have ice. So you can expect ice-themed obstacles and traps. Alright, here we go. Let's play the level. So again, there's no music. Similar way to get in as the other levels. This time you have to go up a vine at the side. That leads to the door. Alright. Let's progress upwards. So here we have a lot of ice, basically. Avoid the ice. Got grinders as well that fit quite well with the ice theme. Spikes, which I think also fit quite well. So you can expect these sorts of obstacles throughout the level. Because it's all ice, it is a bit harder. So this is a jump, grab the vine, go in the pipe, like so. Okay, quickly into the pipe. As you can see, all the levels follow a very similar theme. I use sections from each level, ideas from each level. This is what I'll probably do when I make a Super Mario Maker 2 Zelda themed series of levels, which I am planning to do. Here we have dry bones. Nothing too difficult there. Another big grinder. Added burners here. I don't think they really fit too well with the ice theme. But, oh well, they've been added. I did make this quite a long time ago. So there's nothing here. Oh yeah, there's a hidden block with the P-switch. So there we go. Choose your route. Have to be fast though. So I made a very cryptic puzzle at this point. As you can see, there's a bunch of hidden blocks there. You have no idea which one to hit. The cryptic clue is there. If you have a really good look at the screen, there's actually an arrow pointing and the number 8. I don't know if you can see that. It's a very cryptic clue though, and you might not notice it, but that means you had to hit the 8th one across, which is here. I'll wait for the shoe to come over here. You're not penalised for hitting the other ones. And I doubt many players notice that while they're playing, but it is a little cryptic clue that I did add to the level. And you definitely want to keep the shoe. There we go. Got to get rid of it at this point. Now we have some cannonball jumping. Very easy to mess that up. You've got to do 2 sections as well. Maybe a little bit too difficult. You could decide that. Alright, there we go. Oh, this time we got grinders. Quickly in the door. Alright, let's get up on the platforms. There's the second checkpoint. You can probably imagine what's coming up in a minute. Another boss that follows a similar theme to the other bosses. Here it is. Right, we've got ice and piranha plants now. Gotta get a shell through the ice. Maybe not that easy, but there we go. And then something should come out of the pipe. There we go. Brilliant. That opens up the way you're supposed to go. And there we go. The boss has been done. And the level has been completed. Power up there. And there we go. That's the third level. Now we're going to move on to the fourth level. Here we go. Alright, and here's the fourth level in the series, Zelda-Palace of Stone. I did mention in the previous level I'm going to be making something very similar to this on Super Mario Maker 2. I'm going to try and improve on the levels I made here though. With the Link costume on Super Mario Maker 2 you have a lot more skills you can use as well, which should help with making the levels. Alright, let's play the Palace of Stone. So this is pretty straightforward. Let the thwomps smash your way in. There we go. So as with the other levels, there's a short climb. You drop down, you have to jump quick. You might not expect those thwomps the first time you play the level. Need quick reactions to avoid hitting them. Same here. There we go. Now carefully up. And across the blocks, you can retry this section. This is quite difficult. Got a sound effect as well if you do fall down. So yeah, this is a lot harder than I remember. Okay, you absolutely mess with this. Thank goodness you have more than one attempt. Right, there we go. I can do it. Right, hit through the thwomps. Red cannons with a grinder. That's completely random. I don't know why I put that in. Pretty cool though. So this section starts. You've got to be quick though. Go, go, go. Follow the coins. The coins lead to safety except in the next part. As you can see with those vines, they don't lead to safety. Maybe not the best level design, but it is what it is. Now, run across. Something like that. Over the wigglers. Now for the dry bones. Alright, I have coins leading down to the next section, so there's a couple of cannons across. You can damage boost across if you wanted to. Alright. So now we have some platforming here with cannons. Just have to be careful. actually a P-switch there. And that leads to a bonus area if you can get across quick enough. I'm not going to hit the P-switch, so I'm just showing you the main part of the level. So there's some more tricky platforming here. And if you'd hit the P-switch, you could go in the other pipe, take a small shortcut. Alright, we're going up. A checkpoint here. Thwomps. So gut the vines carefully. And now we have the boss. You know what to expect. It's a variant on the other bosses, except it's a little bit different. What you have to do here is get the bomb onto the spring and then get it up to the top. Done something like that, there we go. And then once you've done that, you can go up and you've beaten the boss. There's a little bit more to this level. There's a short escape section here. Done like that. Okay, that... How to avoid that? That's really evil, okay. I should have put something there. Maybe some hard blocks or something, so you have to break your way out. But there we go. That was the 4th level I made in the Zelda series. Now there's one more level. It's quite a bit different to the other levels though. I'm not a huge fan of it actually. It didn't turn out quite as well as it should have done, but I'm going to show you the level anyway. Alright, so here we go, the final level in the Zelda series. Zelda, the Final Battle. I do think this is the weakest level out of the Zelda series. It's also the hardest. It's not a bad level though. I still think it's fun. Here we go. So this one you have 4 sections to the level and then a different end boss. I'm going to start with just going the door. So the first section of the level is ice. Based on the Ice Palace. It's a section where you have to avoid the obstacles. I'm not particularly doing well at that, but there we go. I managed to get through it. So now we're going to move on to the next section, which I believe is fire. There we go. Now the fire section, you've got to avoid these big fireballs while trying to climb up to the top. So you have to wait. Be careful. Hit the P switch over here. And then go in the pipe. There we go. It's done something like that. So now we're going to move on to stone. There's a checkpoint at this point. I could have done this with pink coins, looking back. Have an infinite looping checkpoint, but I decided to do it this way. Now this is quite hard. You got to be careful. Thwomps and spikes. You can't rush this. Precision jumping required. And it's done something like that. There we go. So the final section, question mark blocks, this is meant to represent the first level. The Palace of Darkness. Darkness as we have booze here. And a weird puzzle. Now the idea is the coins represent where the hidden blocks are. There's 3 coins there, so hit like that. Now the thing I didn't like about this section, which needed a major fix, is the Bowser RNG. It's not supposed to appear at this point. It gives you a clue as to what the end boss is, though. So there we go. Sort of a puzzle. Then into the pipe. There we go, done like that. Brilliant. And now, you've done the 4 sections. Time for the final boss. And this is avoid the Bowser RNG and the big cannonballs until the P-switch appears. Not too difficult, except when a cannonball and a Bowser fireball appear at the same time. Once you hit that P-switch, it's goodbye Bowser. There we go. Goes into the lava. And then you have to escape. It's done like this, and then you have this really random... I don't know why I put this in, but... yeah. And if you still have a power-up, you can actually get up here as well. There's a bunch of bonuses here, including Toon Link. Bunch of 1-up mushrooms as well. That's your bonus for getting up there and keeping the power up, and then, well, yeah. Bowser gets tortured by the flames and the springs before he gets dropped in the lava. And that was the final level in the series. There we go. So, yeah. I'm hoping to make a better version of this for Super Mario Maker 2. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but hopefully it will turn out pretty good. Now finally, yeah, this level did cause me a few problems. I died twice on the fire section. I didn't show you during the main playthrough, as I managed to do a run without dying, but just for your entertainment, let's see my 2 failed attempts. A nice ice section. This I think is also the hardest out of the 4 levels, which is why it didn't get as many stars, I don't think. I still think this is a good level, it's just maybe not as good as the others. You can decide that for yourself. Now we're going to move on to fire. What I could have done is put a boss in each section as well. That might have been quite fun. Here's fire. There's random fireballs coming up and down. So you got to wait for them. Yeah, that's kind of the problem with this level. I mean, you're not really expecting them, are you? And that, yeah. At least the P-switches come out of the pipe, though. And I think that's safe in the corner. Yes, it is. There we go. Go, go! Oh, no, 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 no! Oh! So what you have to do here is climb up carefully. And go into the pipe. Oh, right. Now for the fire section. So the fire section, you have these 2 giant sets of fireballs that come up and down. You have to avoid them while climbing to the top. It's not that easy, actually. You have to wait about quite a bit and be really careful. So at this point, hit the P switch. And then die on the fireball again. Really? Okay, and that marks the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed that. It felt kind of weird to play Super Mario Maker 1 for a change, but it's also pretty cool. Feel free to check out some other videos if you want to do so. They are on the screen right now. Also, I have put bookmarks for all 5 of these levels in the description if you still play Super Mario Maker 1 and want to try these levels for yourself. And thanks for watching.